What's going on, guys? Special video. I know we talk UF football on here, but March Madness has begun. It's starting right now with the first four. You have Alabama State versus St. Francis, and then you have North Carolina against South Dakota, San Diego State right afterwards. So, since the Gators are the number one seed of the Midwest, they're going to play Norfolk State on Friday. I figured I'll do a little video here covering it. It won't be a long video because I admit I'm not much of a basketball expert. I mean, I do occasionally watch it, but it's not my forte. Explaining basketball is not my forte. So we're just gonna do a little breakdown of the matchup with the Norfolk State game coming up. But first, I want to talk about Florida's SEC title run. They beat Tennessee Sunday pretty decisively towards the end to get the fifth conference tournament title in program history, the first for Todd Golden. The first the Gators have done that since 2014, so it's been a minute since they've accomplished something at that level. Florida, as Florida fans know, has been a great team throughout the entire season. 30 with that SEC championship victory, they head into March Madness with a 30-4 record. Very, very good, and and they would have had 30 wins sooner, but they had some very close losses. Kentucky, Missouri, you know, the Georgia game as well. That came down to the final few minutes, and Florida's just been very, very has been a dominant program all year. They are led by Clayton, who made Walter Clayton, who made the Associated Press All American. You know, he's been lights out from three all year. He has broken and fully extended the UF 3-pointer record for 3 points made consecutively in games. I think he's up in the mid 50s now. 17 and a half points leads the team. Just underneath 4 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game, a steal per game. And that's the one thing about this Florida team that you watch. Not only do they have very good shooters, but they play equally as good on defense. They steal the ball well, they fight for rebounds, they hustle, they block, they have great depth with the big man size wise. You have Alex Condon, you have Ruben Chinyelu. I hope I'm saying his name right. Michael Hoggington. They're just very deep at a lot of positions. Thomas Hall, they also have good guards. I've talked about Clayton, but you also have Will Richard and Elijah Martin. It's a very deep core that Florida has. They go 6-7 deep. They have a very impressive unit. They have one of the best coaches in the nation in Todd Golden, and this is what you get when you get a combination of the two. So it's safe to say Florida is back to being an elite program on the basketball court. We couldn't really get there with Mike White. We were a dominant basketball program under Billy Donovan, but Mike White just could not live up to the expectations, which is expected. I mean, you don't want to be the guy who follows the legend. You want to be the guy who follows the successor to the legend. So not surprising there. They have the Norfolk State Spartans coming up. They're led by a guard. Points per game, Brian Moore Jr., 18.4 points per game. Rebounds, Jalen Myers, 5.4 per game. Assists, Christian Ings, 3.2 per game. Steals, Jelani Darden, 1.4 per game. Kulul Matting leads the team in blocks, 1.3 per game. Norfolk State had a excuse me one second. I'm looking. It does. I'm on there. Okay, here it is. 24-10. First in their conference record wise. I don't know if they won their conference or not, but they're a pretty good team as well. They're 24-10. They're gonna play Florida at 6:50 on TNT on Friday. And they're they're not in the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, ACC. They're in one of the smaller known conferences, but to make it to this level, you have to have done something right. And they've gone up against some pretty good competition during their season. They've had matchups with Tennessee. They've had matchups with Baylor. They're not new to playing big name programs and big time competition, and they're going to test their luck with the Gators on Friday. But I think this should be a very good a very good matchup for the Gators. I think size-wise, athleticism, and effort, and the way they just play team basketball, I think it should be a pretty good victory for the Florida Gators. So that's really about it. Like I said, going to be a quick video. Um, not a basketball expert at all. So go Gators. Good luck on Friday, and I hope they can bring home a national championship.